We are a local haunted house that operates out of FANshop Pioneer Village for the past 4 years. We currently have been going through 5 historical buildings and turning them into haunted houses and haunting the village between. It takes roughly 45 minutes to get through the whole experience. We make our own dead bodies, so the majority of our props are all one of a kind that you won't see anywhere else. And it's not for children. My brother created the haunted house at our grandmother's house years ago because she was too old to make it to the front door to see the little kids coming up to get candies, and their house that they lived at was down a long dark laneway, and all the kids called it the Byron Scary House, and they wouldn't go there to get candy because they were too scared. So my brother made an elaborate walk up to the door just to lure kids up to the door so that our grandmother could see them in the last year she was alive. And I was living out west when this happened and moved back 10 years into it. And when I came back, it was like we were little kids all over again. And it exploded into everything that you see now. For the most part, we end up changing at least 90% of the whole haunt. We build it and then we tear it down every year, so we have to re-put it back up. And when we do that, we always change as much of it as we possibly can and add on as many different places as we can. The props they're 95% life casts. So we'll make life casts out of silicone, and then basically what we do is we cover living people in silicone, and then we cover them in plaster banded shells, cut them out of the whole situation, and then pour expanding foam inside of that, and that fills in the whole gap, and then I pull it out, and I work on all the imperfections, smooth them all out, and then cover them in latex, paint them, put wigs, eyeballs, whatever they needed, and that's it. This is my cousin's wife's head, my good friend Taylor's arms, and my brother Brendan's torso. Each one's a little different, right? Like I've had intentions of creating different bodies than what I started out or ended up with, but you gotta kind of find the body in the foam. You can't really force too much. You gotta roll with it as it happens. You can't just stick hair on anybody. You can't just stick anybody's head on anybody else's body.